Somebody just now sent me a nasty email. So I just now received an email that's pretty nasty. Only say it's pretty nasty because I only read like the first 6 lines. I get a lot of emails from my supporters, which I'm appreciative of, but this one right here was a little, you know, it was the title that the title itself says, "Lost all respect for you." That's what the title of the email says. It says, "Lost all respect for you." Okay. And let me go and pull this joint up so y'all can see for yourselves so we can read it together as a class. Okay. I don't think this person expected for me to read this together as a class. You know what I mean? But that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to read this as a class. Please pay no attention to the amount of, the amount of emails that I have not opened. You know what I mean? Don't be all judging me, talking about, man, you got all them unopened emails. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for the judgments. I got my own insecurities. I ain't got time for that. And now they're going to act respectful in this email. Well, let's see. People are so salty these days. Listen. They lost all respect for me. So I'm guessing that the email that pursues after you saying you lose respect in somebody would be disrespectful. I'm not going to talk a whole lot without talking about exactly what's in this daggone email. Okay. And the email reads, okay, y'all see this? Hold on one second. Let me pull this back up. All right. The email reads, all right. I always enjoyed watching your reactions to videos, even if I didn't agree with your opinion. However, ever since you've been pushing the BS that is being used to get elected the most immoral, narcissistic, corruptest person ever elected to the presidency, my opinion of you has horribly changed. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach. Sorry about being all super dramatic about how I read this, but that's how I'm thinking he meant it when he was typing it. Because when you type out an email to people, you read over that bad boy. You read it over. You see some lines that you probably didn't mean to put in or didn't look the way that you wanted it to look. So you'll take it out and you'll replace it. So a lot of thought, a lot of passion went into this. So for me to simply read it without any emotion, I would be doing this brother a disservice. All right. And of course, I'm doing this with my people over on Twitch. If you guys got something to say about it, feel free. But you know what I mean? You will see their comments post up on the bottom as we go forward. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Okay, here we go. I feel that you are intelligent. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. I feel like you are intelligent. But the BS that you've been pushing this past year is obviously aimed at the ignorant. I'm aiming at the ignorant or uneducated or racist group that views Trump as good. Okay. So in this part of the email, he went from attacking me to attacking you. All right? That's what he did. He went from attacking me to attacking you. You understand what I'm saying? Because it says, I feel that you are intelligent, but the BS that you've been pushing this past year is obviously aimed at the ignorant, the uneducated, racist group that view Trump as good. So if any of you view Trump as good, then you are who he's talking about. Okay, let's finish. Let's go back in. All right. Without ever finding out his history of lying and being so corrupt that he has been sued over 1,000 times. Yes, 1,000. Okay. All right. So he's saying he's been sued over 1,000 times. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Listen. We gonna get to it, baby. We gonna cover this bad boy, and we're gonna talk about it. Save this email if there's a threat in it, and even if it doesn't, you don't know where they'll take it from here. You know what? I pray they won't take it anywhere, because I received this as look at it this way. If my channel was considered a business, people can rate it. Like, if they don't like what they don't like, then they will review. They will leave a review. So I'm looking at this as a review. Let's say this is a review, right? All right. So this right here, this is a review. So that's all it is. Although you're right, I'm saving it just in case I gotta use it later. This brother to get a little too daggone strong. But let's get back into it. Okay, so he's been sued over 1,000 times. All right. So if y'all hear anything in this that you want to talk about, absolutely, let's go. All right. So hold on one second. Here we go. This has been going on in his whole life. And I knew about him long before he got involved in politics. When he said back then that he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and never be arrested, he actually believed it. He has used the legal system all his adult life to insulate himself from taking responsibility for his actions. Those that view him as some sort of savior who is being slandered by the far left cannot be convinced of his horrible, immoral behavior. All right, so here we go. Hold on, whoa. Hold on, let me get back to I got my commenters over here. I got my people over here. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. From Dennis the Great. What's going on, Dennis the Great? That's my guy. Pure projection. He sees him or herself in what your channel is about. His name is a man. He sees himself in what, he's projecting. But I love the fact that he still watches the videos, although he does not agree. Maybe he's waiting to have this type of conversation. And this is what we need to do. We need to have these type of conversations. This is important to me. It really is. It's important to me, because whether you agree or disagree, we can just speak objectively and listen, not to respond, but listen to understand. So from what I'm hearing, the news source that he listens to, or him following Donald Trump, he believed that based off the information that he's received from whatever news source he watches, he cannot trust him as a man because he believes it. Not realizing that I was on that side too. I was listening to that same and watching that same bit of information that you watch. The same media sources that you use for your news, I used it too. And I realized that wasn't it, bro. So I genuinely don't care what people think about me. What's frustrating is he obviously doesn't know Biden at all. He sounds very educated. Okay, you know what? There you go. I don't think this guy ever watched your channel for longer than a week. He might not have. He might not have. You know what I mean? He might not have. Hold on. Okay, let me see. And just like Trump paying for Al Sharpton to run for president, they're not going to add that. They're not going to add that at all. But it is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead on and check out some more of this joint right here. We're going to finish this. It's not that long, but we're going to finish it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Okay. And it's like he's the leader of a religion. He's talking about Trump. And can do no wrong. Many, if not most, never actually read or watch anything except the propaganda that is pushed by the news stations that have no agenda except to get him elected. Okay, so this will have me assume that this person, this gentleman, also does not watch propaganda on the other side. So where they're getting their information, I would love to talk to them about it and hear their side one-on-one. And listen, if you are watching this video, please let me know if you're up to coming on the channel and having a conversation on the screen with me. And you can show your disdain. You can let me know what's going on. Other than that, I'm not going to let people know who you are. But if you want to come here and talk to me about this, listen, you are welcome, man. You got an open invitation, 1,000%, all right? Because at the end of the day, this is all your opinion. Like this says, it's okay to have your opinion. It's cool. It's not okay to attack me for having an opinion. That's not cool. And I'll let you know that when I talk to you. But it's okay for you to have an opinion. Nor is it okay for you to attack my supporters for having an opinion. All right? But, you know what I mean? Go off. All right, so let's go into the next part. As a real independent voter who has voted for Republicans, Democrats, and some independents, I truly fear for our democracy. If he is somehow elected, you fear for our democracy if he is elected. I'm guessing that you are not a God-fearing man. That's what I'm guessing right now. The lies about the 2020 election being stolen, which has been rejected by over 60 courts, many of whom were led by Republican judges, are believed by those cult members who refuse to believe that their hero is lying. Let me tell you something. He's going at y'all. Y'all got to feel some type of way here. Y'all got to feel some type of way, bruh. The truth is, people are becoming new levels of intellectually crazy. The amount of nonsense pushed out has turned seemingly normal people into vile mouthpieces. Preach, brother. A religion, he's in the woke cult. He said, look, he said, y'all are the cult following. Okay, let me include myself in it because I actually like Trump. I actually think he's cool. I really do. And I think that if you are now being fearful of your life after the last 3 years with Biden in office, allowing everything to go wrong, all the people dying at his hands, all of the things that are going on in other countries because they no longer respect us, and you think that's okay? Please tell me how you think that's okay. But you don't think the 4 years that Trump was in office, how the economy was booming and how our relationships with other countries were on point and there were no wars. But now, and our border was a little bit more protected. But now that people are just coming over here willy-nilly, doing whatever they want to do while they're here, we're not able to track them, people dying by the millions. You think that's okay? And you're so upset to show your disdain for it? You know what? Let me go ahead and finish because it might get better. This letter might get better. All right. Because again, I'm not the guy to argue political points. That's not what I do. I don't do that. I just have regular conversations and I hear you out. And from what I'm hearing so far, you're pointing out one-sided information that you received from wherever you received it. And that's what you're going off of. But that's cool. Go off. All right. I am sure the misinformation that is now possible to spread so quickly will only get worse. The use of deep fakes that will most definitely be used in the coming campaign will sway many of the ignorant or just plain out of touch people Okay. So only the people who are, hold on one second. His name accidentally showing. I don't like that part. I gotta cut that out. All right. All right. So all right. So he's talking about the ignorant and out of touch people right now. Okay, here we go. Just so you understand my stance. I understand your stance so far, but let's move. I am not enamored with Joe Biden. and do wish the Democrats could replace him. Okay. However, there is no one in the Democratic Party that is prepared to do that. And the Republicans are so afraid of losing power that they will not do anything except what Trump wants. So you stayed on that Biden thing for just this quick, bro. You was on that Biden thing for this quick. Just so you know where my stance is, I am not enamored with Joe Biden, but I mean, I do wish the Democrats could replace him. What about the Democratic? What about the policies that have been in place? You don't care about the policies? You don't care what has been allowed in this administration. You don't care about none of that. You just talk about him, the person, just Biden. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing you got issues with. And your stance is pointless. It really is, because you're not for the people. You claim to be, but this current administration is detrimental to the people. Don't know if you know that, but that's how I pick it up. That's how I see it anyway. Hold on one second. Here goes this from Bad Intro, Chris. He said, I will agree with that part. There are people who treat politics like religion. I agree with that part too. I really do. Some people are locked in as if this is everything. For real. And I see that as a huge problem. What news channel speaks positive about Trump? Okay. What news channel speaks positive about Trump? It seems like everyone except for CNN and MSNBC. And even on those shows, you have the occasional guest that's not even a Republican that says something that they don't want to hear about Donald Trump. But, you know, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. America isn't a democracy. It's a constitutional republic. I'm British, and I know that. I have big noobs. Good point. I was just now thinking mainstream. All right, let me see. All right, so we were just talking about the mainstream ones. All right, so let's finish this joint up. And again, I'm trying not to show his name. All right, so this one says, oh, how I long for the good old days when the two parties could disagree and then sit down and work for the betterment of our country. Until Trump is gone, that will not happen. This dude is very butthurt about Trump. Whatever's being fed to you, bro, you are eating it up. It tastes delicious to you, don't it? This dude is eating it up. Trump has no agenda other than making himself be seen as being the most important person in the country, if not the world. He is the very definition of a sociopathic narcissist who cares about nothing but himself. Bro, you sound like you don't know what the hell you're talking about now. You really do. And you could have said this in you don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You really don't. You really don't, man. But this part right here kind of tugs my heart a little bit because I didn't see this. I didn't see this. So let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see. Hold on. And you are helping to continue that. All right, hold on one second. I don't want his name to show. We are in a situation today more so than ever. All right, here we go. Let me read this last part because this part right here made me slow down just a little bit. Okay, here we go. I am almost 79 years old, a retired math and social studies teacher. Sound like it, liberal, super liberal teacher, like in public schools, and your heart leads everything, leads your mind as well, and very much believe in the adage that people do not get the government they want, but the government they deserve. We are in that same situation today, and you seem to be, what does this say? Hold on one second. We are in that same in that situation today more so than ever, and you are helping to continue that. And then he signs off. Okay. He's 79 years old, so I can't be mad at him. I can't go in on him. I can't, be disrespectful or none of that because I respect my elders. And I do believe I do believe that it's great that people you know, are so passionate about their beliefs that they would reach out in an email, you know what I mean, in a letter, and because I've received letters and everything, man. But I will say you're wrong. You're wrong, Mr. 79-year-old. You're wrong. You know what I mean? I want to say a lot more, but I don't. When I saw your age, that kind of changed things. But you're a math and social studies teacher, retired math and social studies teacher, and I know where your heart is. I also know you're intelligent if you're a teacher, and for that, I say thank you so much for your service in the school system. No bull. I hold teachers and educators. I hold them at a high regard. I really do. But I do also know what that system would do to you. It will force you to teach certain things that you ordinarily wouldn't teach. And it also forces you not to teach certain things. Like the American flag is actually being replaced by the rainbow flag inside of schools. They're teaching children. I don't know what ages of children you were teaching, but I'm guessing that you probably ended in high school or something like that, or even college maybe, because you got older, start moving up with your students and so forth and so on, but social studies and whatnot. But um, what they're teaching our children in schools nowadays is not helpful at all. And you come from that line of individuals who, who let that happen, who actually pushed that forward and protected whatever's being passed down to these youth, that's indoctrinating them right now. So with that said, you know what I mean? I got to question your motives. I got to question where you are. Biden's dereliction of duty on the border is inhumane for both sides of the border. Him and his administration should be impeached for dereliction of duty to uphold the Constitution. He thinks he thinks he's superior because he's voted in a variety of ways, not paying attention to the fact that the Democrats are trying to take Trump off of the ballot, trying to put him in prison. He don't care, Lisa. He probably, big noobs. He probably wants Trump to be arrested. He's very emotional. That's it. He's extremely emotional. And honestly, you can't even get across to anyone who's that emotional. You can't. I don't care how much you say he's already set in his ways. 79 years old. You ain't changing his mind. You're not changing his mind at all. You know what I mean? At all. But at the end of the day, I ain't trying to change nobody's mind. When you reach out to me and you say you lost all respect for me, then you have a right to do that. You have a right to lose respect for me. You do. And I'm glad that you communicated it in the form of an email. But hopefully you see this right here and you understand where I'm coming from. I wish I had your respect still, but you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to get your respect. Respect is earned. Obviously, I haven't earned it from you. And hey, it is what it is. I'm not selling myself, not trying to change. I'm not going to change myself. And I'm not asking for your respect, nor am I going to apologize for my stances or any of the positivity that I've put behind Trump's name. Not at all. So if you feel that type of way, or anyone else that sees this video feels some type of way about my stance, feel free to feel however you want to feel, because that's not my business. That's yours. I don't control your emotions. And clearly you were a little upset in this email, but I appreciate you for being respectful and breaking down your position. That means a lot to me. So thank you for taking the time to do that. And thank you all for watching this. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe button and share this joint. And I'll see y'all in the next video. All right. Love y'all. Peace.